What's going on, guys? It's XQ420 here. I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. Hope y'all having a fantastic day. If it's your first time here, do not hesitate. Hit the subscribe button. You will not regret it. We keep things right. We keep it tight. We got to keep it toast on us. Today's video, Major League Baseball. Of course, we know they moved the game out of Atlanta, Georgia, because it was just too much for them. The voting laws. Oh, man. How dare you require an ID? So they moved it to Colorado, where they require an ID to vote. Let's jump into this. Alright guys, as I said earlier, the All-Star Game, let's move to Colorado now, okay? Because Colorado, they're not restrictive at all in their voting laws, you know, they just require ID and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And that's, that's what they were acting the fool about in Georgia, that they were requiring an ID for somebody to vote. Now, they were still giving a whole lot of leeway. Still got your drop boxes, gonna make permanent drop boxes. If I'm correct, 17 days of early voting as far as absentee. I'm like, dang, bud, you just need to make sure, we need to make sure that it's you that's voting, that's all. Now, here's what I'm gonna ask, okay? What person don't have an ID, okay? But the reason that, bud, I mean, even the illegals got some identification. Now, it may be illegal identification, but dang, bro, they got some type of ID. Have we watched any type of spy movie? You know, assassin movie. They send them out. They've got some type of identification. Like I said, it's forged. It's not real identification, but they've got some type of ID on them. Dang, Bo, can I at least get some identification from you? Now, look. Now, what's crazy is that at their stadiums, if you call in your tickets, when you pick them up from the booth, you got to show ID. That's what's crazy for the MLB. You got to show your ID to pick up the tickets. Now, folks should be going out there and say, look, MLB, stop being racist. You know, the black folks don't know how to get an ID. What's wrong with you? Man, black folks ought to be a little PO'd. I ain't going to lie to you. They ought to be like, y'all take us as that stupid that we can't have identification? You know what I'm saying? But you think that we're that dumb that we don't know how to go get some type of identification? It ain't even got to be, per se, a driver's license. But they think that you're so stupid. Now, this is the woke folks now. Mostly on the liberal side, okay? The woke. They say, look, black folks, y'all are too dumb to be able to go get an ID and then go up there, register to vote, and then vote. You're just too stupid for that. You know, that's what they're telling you. And what's sad is that I seen multiple people talk about the Jim Crow laws. What was it? Joe Biden, like, oh man, this is Jim Crow 2.0 on steroids. I'm like, do what? Jim Crow, the Jim Crow laws. But I'm trying to tell you, and if there's any black folks, and there are some black folks that's pushing this, and it's a shame that that they don't know no better. And what's terrible is that it's a lot of the ones that a whole lot of black people in general look up to, which would be a lot of your athletes, and they shouldn't. Athletes are not role models, okay? They don't live on the same spectrum as you, a everyday working class black person. And this goes for white people, Hispanics, or whatever. You know, you shouldn't be looking to athletes as your role models, because they not, bud. That's something totally different. Now, I ain't saying all of them are bad and all of them are ignorant, okay? But usually the ones that are not ignorant, they don't never come out and talk. Man, you need to school some of your other brethren out there, you know what I'm saying? Now, what's crazy is that we got guys like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar coming out here, and he's applauding this move. He's like, oh yeah, Jim Crow, it's Jim Crow, all right? Now, he was born in 47. Now, he ought to know a little bit about the Jim Crow. I mean, damn. The Jim Crow laws didn't end at 65, and then from there, but it took a while before everybody got integrated. Folks didn't just jump right on board with that thing, you know what I'm saying? So, but he was around during that time. And for him to come out and say something so ignorant, oh yeah, it's oppressing black people. But no, man, you out here telling your own folk that you're too stupid to get an ID. And you need some help from some folks. Dang, but why can't folks see it as what it is? Man, they just want to be able to rig whatever election that they can rig. That's all there is to it. And it's shameful. Some of these older black people, when somebody says something about Jim Crow, they ought to be coming out and speaking, okay? They ought to be speaking up and say, look, guys, y'all need to stop saying stupid shit. Because a lot of you young cats don't even have, can't even smell the tip of segregation. Y'all ain't ever seen it. And racism, the whole premise of it. Y'all don't know what it is. I mean, the dude's 73-year-old. So he was 18 when the Jim Crow laws ended. But like I said, it was still rough. My mom, born in the 50s, and she remember going to segregated schools. She told me all about it. She was like, look, bud, it was tough back there in the day. Now, I'm just trying to figure out, which place in Georgia where you go in there. And I'm going to use this, I'm going to use this slang, so just bear with me, okay? And you walk in there to a restaurant, you try to get you a cheeseburger, and they say, nigger, you can go sit in the back and eat your cheeseburger. Where you been at that does that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, where? I mean, let your boy know. Because, I mean, we need to go have a talk with him. If that's still going on somewhere, Bo, the stuff was flat out segregated. And now folks trying to segregate themselves even more. It doesn't even make any sense. So we got people like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar coming out, and he just stoking the flames of racism. It's like, bud, dang, man, you lived during the nonsense. And and for you to come out and say right now, oh man, it's like it's just a Jim Crow all over again. Bo, no, it's not. It is not. Stop perpetrating that lie to all these people, because a whole lot of people look up to these guys. And Shannon Sharp got up there on FS1, and look, man, Shannon Sharp I think he's really good at commentating sports. He's a funny guy on that, but when he starts getting into politics, boy, I mean, he is out of his element. And a whole lot of folks are, because all they do is just whatever the narrative is, they just want to follow it. But he went right up there and he was spewing the same nonsense. Talking about, oh, yeah, this good MLB, that they took it out of Atlanta. Now, here's what I'm going to say. In closing on this, you took it out of Atlanta. Now, all this is about trying to help black folks, because black folks need help. Ain't no black folks that can help themselves. If the government don't get in there and do something for them, ain't not there a black person that can help themselves right now. That's what they're telling you. So what you did, MLB, is that you took the All-Star Game out of Atlanta, which the surrounding counties would help them tremendously, hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue, which there's a whole lot of black folks, around 52% in Atlanta and the surrounding counties black. And so that would be a whole lot of black-owned businesses. So you took it out of that area and you moved it to Colorado, who's got more restrictive voting laws. And ain't but 9.8% black folks. There's mainly white folk out there. I think there's more Hispanics out there than black folk. You see what I'm saying? I mean, but the stuff don't even make no sense. And the folks are applauding it. You're just like, I mean, are we dumb? I mean, you just told me the whole last year that black folks needed equality, they needed opportunity, and then the MLB gonna take a revenue making event, which All-Star Game, All-Star Week, out of the black community. It's just like, I mean, dang, bud. I mean, how stupid are we? I mean, but I don't get it. If somebody understands it, let your boy know, okay? So, I'm done hearing about this whole Jim Crow stuff. Man, man, it ain't real, man. Stop saying Jim Crow. Stop saying Jim Crow on steroids. But you're doing a disservice to all the black people, and there were white people and all that back in the day who went through a whole lot of suffering, a whole lot of trials and tribulations to get black people the rights that they have today. And it's downright offensive, okay? That's what it is. It's downright offensive. But I ain't got to go out there and worried about getting ran out of a restaurant, worried about drinking out of the wrong water fountain, worried about going to the wrong bathroom. Don't show up at this school, boy. It's all white around here. What are you doing around here, boy? You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about that stuff. So stop perpetrating the bullshit, because that's what it is, man. And I'm just tired of it, bud. It don't make no sense. And then somebody going to tell me, oh, yeah, man, we doing this because it's wrong. It's wrong to the black community. So you going to take the money, you going to take the wealth right from the black community they could be making right here. Could be putting that in their pockets to help them and their own. Don't even make no damn sense to me. So I want to know what y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section below. What y'all think about the move? It's ignorant. You're going to go to Colorado, ain't no white folk out there. But you know why they went there? Because it's pretty much predominantly a blue state all the way around. I mean, so that's why they went there. I mean, they'll go there. They go to New York. New York's got tougher voting laws than than Georgia. So, I mean, hey, as long as it's woke, it's okay. As long as it's blue, it's okay. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I post in the future. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.